Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new series here on the channel guys. We are revisiting Stone Block 2 as part of the 2021 initiative and the 1-year challenge. I want to go back, I want to finish some of the series that I had on my channel, and well, this series originally started with me and a friend, but said friend is no longer playing, and because of the lockdown in the UK at the minute, it doesn't look likely that I'll be able to get him around in my home to actually play the series. So I've gone ahead and decided that we're definitely going to finish it, but we're going to restart from the beginning. And I'm going to introduce you guys to what a stone block is. If you've never played a stone block before, this is pretty much what it is. The world starts out as a giant, massive stone block everywhere. And that's all that we've got is stone. And our basic goal is to go ahead and build a world up and complete a quest line from just this, what we get right here. And this is the quest line right here. You can see that we're going to go through various different ages, quite a few of them, if I'm honest. We got a lot of ages to go through here and a lot of builds to do. And I like to do builds when I'm doing these, so we are going to be having some really cool builds. If we look at the first quest right here, this is gather stone pebbles. So we can go ahead and we can click on this, and it'll tell us exactly what we need to do. We need to get 16 stone pebbles, and we've got 10. So the way that we get stone pebbles is just by simply punching stone. Now, this mod pack does have a mod called ore excavator or vein miner, depending on sort of what you know it as. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to mine multiple blocks at once. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with stone. It only works with everything but stone, pretty much. So now that we've got this, we've got ourselves 24 stone pebbles. We can go ahead and we can claim this. We get ourselves a random reward, and this is going to give us a simple alloy smelter. This is actually pretty big. This is really good early on, and that'll come in handy for sure. But we can also get more things. Now, if we look at this, we need to make cobblestone, and it tells us here, craft 4 pebbles into cobblestone. Now, we can obviously go into JEI, which is this little search bar down here, and all of this stuff right here on the right, and we can type in cobblestone. So just go ahead and find out exactly how we craft this using the 4 pebbles. And you can see it's like that. Now this is a shapeless recipe, so we can do it like so. There we go. We got ourselves 6, but the book says that we need 12. So I gotta punch some more stone. Now that we've got 17 cobblestone, we go ahead and we complete this next quest, which is another random reward. We've got this reinforced conversion kit. It tells you up here exactly what reward we get. Now, it is random each reward, obviously, but it picks from like a pool of rewards. And that's a good one. We're going to need that a little bit later on. Now, the next one that we got to do is we've got to craft this crafting table and this little chest right here. So, let's start with the stone crafting table. And if we type this in, just type in crafting table for this, we can find it right here. And it's just 4 pieces of cobblestone. So, it's the same way that we craft a normal crafting table, only we craft this out of stone. Brilliant. Great. We can pop that down. Now, we need the cobblestone chest. So if we just type in chest, we should be able to see it somewhere here. Right, there it is. Look, it requires these cobblestone parts. If we go ahead and we click these, we can see that they're just 2 cobblestone like that. We need 4 of these for a single chest. So let's just go ahead and craft up some of those like that. We can go ahead and make ourselves the chest. This allows us to have some storage in the early game. We can put away this stuff that we don't really want too much of. I'm not going to bother about the pet rock all that much. And we go ahead and we can move our stone crafting table from the middle all the way back over here, so it's nice and secure out the way. There we go. And then we can go ahead and we can just sort of go ahead and click the crafting book. And we can get ourselves a couple more rewards from this. We got a basic capacitor and an entity detector. Detects entity types and outputs redstone. That could be useful. But we'll just pop these away. We don't really need them right now. They're not going to be useful to us at this particular moment. But the next thing that we need to do is we need to make dirt. Okay. And for this, we need to make a stone hammer. So how do we make dirt? Craft a stone hammer and use it on cobblestone to get gravel and then to get dirt. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to make ourselves a stone hammer. And that's really simple to make. It's just like this. Oops. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. We got ourselves a stone hammer. Now, we can use this on cobblestone to get it punched down into gravel. And we can go ahead and use this on gravel to get dirt. And that's what the quest book wants us to do. And we've pretty much got that there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to claim that. And this gave us phantom face. I have no idea what they are. So I'll probably look into those just so I know what we're using. I want to try and make use of things. Now, the next one is to craft a stone crook. And the stone crook can be used on dirt to get any vanilla sapling. You can rapidly sneak to speed up the growth of nearby crops. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make that. Oh, I don't have enough cobblestone. Let's just quickly. Can I use the hammer? Yeah, I can. The hammer drops the cobblestone. Good. So we can just go ahead and make this crook. I always forget how to make the crook. No, it's not. Okay, you know what? This is why we have JEI. Let's go ahead and click crook. Stone crook is not these. It's the actual, whatchamacallit, the actual cobblestone blocks. Okay, so not the end of the world to get them. Not the end of the world at all. Okay, here we go. Now we can get this. We get the stone crook. We can put the dirt down. We can use the stone crook on the dirt. And we get a jungle sapling. And I think the book told us we needed an oak sapling. Is that right? Actually, no, it just says to get any vanilla sapling. But I want an oak sapling because this requires us, 16 of any wood. Okay, but oak is a good wood to begin with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and do that with a few more dirt blocks. Now that we've got the hammer, I can just go ahead and mine these a lot easier. Get myself some cobblestone. And like I said, this pack does have ore excavator. So if we were to take the cobblestone and we were to hold the grave key, which is the key to the left of the 1 key, on the horizontal numbers at the top of the keyboard, we can go ahead and mine all of those at once. We can do the same with gravel to get dirt, and we can even do the same with dirt to get ourselves some saplings, like so. Oh, we actually got an oak sapling there, which is good. My phone's going off. But there you go, guys. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a few more saplings and a couple of pieces of dirt. Now that I've got my stone, I've got some dirt, and I've ground it up, we got ourselves a few saplings right here. We got ourselves jungle, acacia, we got all of them pretty much, but more importantly, we got the oak ones, which are the ones that I want to start with. And I also think we can make an oak tree. I just can't quite remember. Is it 2 saplings? Oh, my game is frozen. Of course it does. No, I know there is a way to make oak saplings, but we'll get into those in a minute. There's apple saplings. Right now, what I do is I just want to start by placing down an oak tree and growing it. Now, you hold shift. You'll get sticky keys come up if you've never done this before, but that's easy to solve. You just have to turn them off. That's a Windows thing. Unfortunately, it happens. But we just can shift like that, and we can grow our wood. We can use the crook on the leaves. If we actually go here, it'll tell us here. We can claim this random reward, which we forgot to claim. Let's claim this first. What do we get? Epic bacon! Okay, that's good. That's some food sorted out in the early game. Great. Okay, so now we can have a look at this one, which is to collect 16 of any type of wood. Now, what we're going to do is we'll use the stone crook, get rid of those leaves. That's got us some apples. And we'll also go ahead and we'll just mine this with our hand. Now, we aren't going to just mine this with our hand, of course, because we are going to take a little bit of this. We are going to make ourselves a couple of axes, or just one axe will do for now. There we go. We got a set of tools right here. Now, I'm going to go over this a little bit more in detail. What we do is we plant the sapling. You use the shift key to go ahead and promote it to grow. That's called Tree Growing Simulator. And it'll grow like this. We'll go with a bunch of leaves. Now, you can mine these leaves normally with any block like so. You don't actually have to use the crook. But what the crook does is it increases the chance of sapling drops from the leaves. And it also means that we can get this called silkworm from the leaves. So all you gotta do is chop down quite a bit of wood here. Just go ahead, I don't know, I'm going to get maybe a stack or 2 logs. Well, we got the wood. We definitely got more than what it required of us, but that's okay. It's better in this game to have more than less. So we can go ahead and make ourselves this little thing right here. And now we got ourselves another reward, which, a builder. Well, that's handy to have, okay. Okay, the builder's really good to have. Not because it can build things, but because it can quarry things as well. So we claimed that reward. Did I claim this reward? I did, yes. So there's no unclaimed rewards. But there is a tinker stuff that we need to get into. But I'm going to save that for an episode all in it of itself. What we're going to do is we're going to go down the silk road for a little bit. Because we need to collect string from silkworms. And this is fairly easy to do. So you remember those silkworms that we got right here? So we got these by simply mining the tree leaves using a crook. Well, if we were to grow a tree, like so, there we go, beautiful, nice little tree. That's actually the perfect size that I wanted for this. We can go ahead and we can right-click the leaves with silkworm. And what it's going to do, we're going to put one on each. You don't need to put one on each, but you can use just a single silkworm. But the more you put on it, the faster it will do. What that does is that's going to infest the leaves, creating something called infested leaves. And as you can see, this is going to spread to adjacent leaves. Now, it spreads pretty quickly. One will be perfectly enough. You won't need to wait too long. It's just you get a lot of these, so might as well make use of multiple of them. And this is slowly going to turn this tree into a completely white-leafed tree. And what that's going to allow us to do is that's going to allow us to get some strings. This is going to take us. Now we've got our white leaves. All we need to do is take a stone crook and just go ahead and vein mine them. And that gives us a buttload of string. We got quite a lot of string here. And I got more stuff happening than I've got inventory space for. So let's just clear up our inventory just a tad here. There we go. Looks a little bit cleaner there. I've been hollowing out a room here, by the way. Just so you know. Just so you know. You got to know what I'm up to. Can't have any nasty surprises. Let's get rid of this. I don't think our axe will survive this. But there we go. So now that we've got that, we can go ahead and we can have a little look at the quest line. And you can see that string is done. We can go ahead and click a random reward from that, which is really cool, dandy, funky, and amazing. Looks really, really cool. What do we get for that? Oh, upgrade speed magical. Oh, that's going to come in handy. Those are definitely going to come in handy. So we'll just pop them away for now, though, because none of this is really useful to us. We can't use any of the new stuff that we've gotten as a reward. But if we look at the next progression, this one is to visit the mining dimension, which is a great place to go and get early game resources. And to do that, we've got to dig up. But we're not going to go down that route just yet. No. What we're going to do is we're going to look at making a sieve. And the reason that we're going to look at making a sieve is because there's something particular that I want from this. So, if we go ahead and here we look at this, what do we need to do? We need to complete the sieve and the string mesh. Okay, that's easy enough. So, how do we make a sieve? Well, here we go. We don't want the heavy one. We want the regular one. And it's sticks, a slab, and a couple of planks. Okay. So we definitely need to make some adjustments here. So let's make ourselves a few of those, and then we go ahead and just grab ourselves the sieve right here. Now, you can link sieves together, so we'll just take 3. And do you know what? Before we carry on with this, do you know what we're going to make? We're going to make ourselves a furnace. Like so. We're going to pop the furnace down. We're going to take a few bits of wood. Let's just take about half of these. We're going to stick them in there. Then we'll also stick some oak wood in there. Get that smelting up so that we can have something. Now, I remember there being a bug with this. I think we can only smelt 1 charcoal at a time. Then it just doesn't smelt anymore. Yeah, for some reason, that's a weird bug. I don't know why it does that, but the reason that I want this is so we go ahead and just make some torches. It's the only reason that I want some charcoal. So once this one's done, we can go ahead and grab that one out, make a few more torches, just so we can brighten up the place. It's not too dark for me, but I know that YouTube has a real bad habit of making things darker than they otherwise should be. So we just go ahead and pop this down in here just to give us some space. So, if we put these sieves down, we can actually sieve stuff in them. But not right now, because if you see, they're hollow. There's nothing in the middle. We need to put something in there. And that's where the second part of this quest line comes in. If we go back to the quest line, it says right here, what we need is a string mesh. So, to craft a string mesh is fairly easy and fairly simple. All we got to do is take the string and do that. And there we go. We need 3 of these. Once we've got the 3 sieves, all we got to do is take them to the sieves over here. Rather, when we've got the 3 string meshes, we just got to right-click them into the sieve. Now, these can go up to, depending on the pack you're playing, it depends on the size. I find 3x3 to be a good one, but we're just going to do a 3x1 right here. And what these sieves allow us to do, let me just check to make sure the quest book, make sure we satisfied that quest book. Yes, we did. What's our random reward? What do we get? We got this exchange gadget. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that is. I've never, ever even seen that before. There's some of these that I don't know what do, but I've seen. But this one is one I've never even seen before. So I may have to look into that a little bit later on. Now, what we can do with this is we can sieve different items within here to get different resources. And we're not going to worry too much about all of the things we can sieve in here right now. We're just going to worry about one. String. Or dirt, rather. Sorry. We're going to string dirt. Now, string dirt, we're going to sieve dirt. Now, if we go to our sieves, I can never remember if it's actually the sieve or the mesh. It's actually the mesh. Okay, never mind. Forget going to the sieve. We're going to go to the mesh. If we go to the mesh and we right-click the mesh, that's the left-click, or right-click, if we go to the sieve here, it will tell us what this sieve allows us to get. You can see if we sieve sponge, we get all of this stuff. Endstone, we get this stuff. Sand, we get this stuff. But again, we're going to worry about a lot of this a little bit later on. What we are going to worry about this time is this particular one. right here, because we can get ourselves grass seeds from here. We can get ourselves potato seeds, carrot seeds, sugarcane seeds, some stone pebbles, some regular seeds, some melon seeds, and some pumpkin seeds. We get all of them from just sieving dirt, and we've got quick access and easy access to both dirt and string. So we can go ahead and we can just sieve through all of these, and if we just hold right click down here, it'll automatically fill them up. But if we check here now, you can see we've got ourselves some sugarcane seeds, but I didn't get what I wanted. What I want is regular grass seeds. If we go back to the string mesh, you guys can see that here again. This is, oops, that's not that one. This is the one. This is what I'm after here, these grass seeds right here. So I'm going to sieve through this 64 stack of dirt and hopefully get 2 or 3 of those. So with those sieved, we've got all of these little goodies, and I'll talk you through what a couple of these do if you aren't aware. Now, most of them are self-explanatory. You plant the carrot seeds, they turn into carrots. You plant the seeds, they become wheat. You plant the pumpkins and melons, they make pumpkins and melons. Same with the sugarcane and the potato seeds. But these two, well, this one rather, grass seeds and stone pebbles, you may be unaware of what you can do with these. So the stone pebbles work the exact same as the little stone pebbles that we get from breaking cobblestone. They just make cobblestone. They're literally the exact same as the stone pebbles we'd get if we were to sit here and manually mine these. There you go. Now, in some packs, the stone pebbles that you get from mining stone and the ones that you get from sieving are different, but they work identical to each other. And some packs do actually have them where they are interchangeable in the crafting grid as well. But don't worry about that. In Stoneblock, it's perfectly normal to work as this does. Now, the next one that I wanted, and I really wanted these, was grass seeds. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to take some dirt, plant some dirt down, and right-click grass seeds onto a piece of dirt. And what that's going to do is it's going to turn that dirt into grass. And what it's going to allow us to do is actually make the ground in here a little bit greenery. And you may be wondering, well, what purpose does that really serve when it comes to actually just functionality of the pack or progression of the pack? Well, none really. It's not going to help us out at the moment advance any further. But what it is going to allow us to do is transform this room a little bit and make it look a little bit nicer. Now, I got a really cool idea for this room, and I certainly could do it better could I have more resources, but I've got to work with what I've got. And that's something that I like to do when I'm building in these packs, is I like to progress through the build. So as the build gets bigger and better, the rooms get more intriguing and more in depth, because we build in the resources that we've got. So I've got a plan for this room, and I'm going to get on that. For the build that I've got in mind, I want to put a nice tree right in the center of this room and have it be sort of like the birthing tree of the world. Now, I can't do this tree too grand, because I don't want to be, you know, digging up any further than what we have to. But I also don't want one of these vanilla trees. I just want something that looks like a really cool tree. Now, I'm not the best at doing trees. In fact, I'm deliberately doing this tree to help improve that skill of mine. But I do know a couple of things about building trees. First, we're going to need wood. And, well, I've already showcased how to get that. But the second one is going to need leaves, because vanilla trees are poop. So how do we get leaves? Because we haven't got iron. Now, sure, you could dig up and go to the mining dimension, get some iron, bring it back. You could also sieve some gravel or whatnot in here, but I'm not going to worry about any of that yet, because I'm going to stick with what we've got now. And this pack has a couple of things in it that we can take advantage of. The first one is it has, evidently not like that. I could have swore I looked this up before. Let's have a look. It actually has some shears in the pack. We have wooden shears here. Oh, it's just 2. I could have swore it had sticks in it. We've got wooden shears like so. Now, these aren't brilliant because, you know, we mine one tree. It's almost broke. And, you know, I may need a few more than 58 leaves. So we're going to plant another one down. But it's not the only shears that we can get to. There's quite a few leaves on that one, but it's all off to one side. You can actually get yourself some stone shears as well. Is this the one that requires these? Oh, I'm terrible at this. I should just be banned. Yes, it is. It's cobblestone, and these is just in the wrong order. All right, is he gonna literally make me put it over here? Okay. What is not working here? Oh, this has to be stone. Right. Okay, I'm with you now, game. Okay. 1, 2, and boom. And luckily, the bug with the furnace only seems to work when it's with charcoal. It doesn't seem to work with anything else, I don't think. Let's try it. Let's find out. I really don't think it is, but I quickly set up a... No, it does. It's everything else. So we might need to set up some hoppers. We'll solve that in the next episode, by the way. So don't worry too much about it. But let's quickly grab a couple of pieces of stone right here. We can make these stone shears. These will last us a little bit longer. They do take a little bit more effort to craft now that they require stone. I thought it was cobblestone. But these will last us a little bit longer, so it may be worth it. So I'm going to get to work on this. So here we are, the birthing tree of our world. It looks a little overgrown, and it's probably the better tree that I've done. I'm not very good at trees, guys. I'm really not. I do try my best, but it's one of those skills that the more you practice, the better you get. Now, I do want to teach you one very important thing if you are playing in a stone block or even a sky block that just makes things a little bit easier. Because we are in a world that literally has nowhere for mobs to spawn, it means that if we give them a place to spawn, we are going to get a bunch of them spawn there. Now, we're fortunate enough in your starting area to not have to worry about your light level too much because they only spawn if you are more than 30 blocks away. But as we progress, we are going to get more than 30 blocks away, so it's a good way to just check your build to make sure that no mobs can spawn. Now, if you use the F3 screen, this easily tells you the light level here. This is what you'd use if you were in vanilla, and there's no point in doing that in modded, because modded has another tool. If you press F7, what it'll do is it'll bring up these little X's on some blocks. These X's can appear as yellow or red. What the red means is, yes, mobs can most definitely spawn there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a torch there and a torch on this side just to stop those mob spawns. And it looks like those mobs aren't going to spawn anymore in here. Now, there are yellow ones that can happen as well. And what the yellow ones mean is, yes, mobs can spawn on there, but only at night. It means during the day that the sun is going to keep that spot lit to the level that it needs to be lit to. But when the sun goes to bed, and you need to go to bed too, well, mobs will be able to spawn on there. So if you played in just any other modded world where you do have the general biome to biome generation, you're going to see those yellow X's all over the terrain. But even in a sky block. But in a stone block, I doubt we'll see any because we just can't see the sun. We're stuck underground in a cave with the birthing tree, which looks alright until we get above it, but we only need to see it from below, so I ain't going to worry about it too much. I just wanted my build to actually look somewhat decent. But yeah, I think, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. So, if you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. It really helps out the channel. I really do appreciate it, so please do leave that like. And hit subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm Casey, I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.